45. Pete's arm is still wrecked from the last issue, and you know what? I doubt he has insurance, and his work's not letting up. There's a hijacking, but he is Spider-Man, so he stops it.
I mean, really, doesn't New York pay him for sick days?
Nope, it doesn't pay him at all. Meanwhile, the Lizard is still on his New York tourism-y adventure and is all like, well, I want to see the old Connors residence, even though it's not on my pamphlet. Oh, hey, what's this? Connors Work Lab. Now I can make a formula to turn all the lizards in the world into lizard men and destroy mankind. But he forgot one thing. He can't remember how to read. All good though, he commits to kidnapping Kirk Connors and he will force him to read it for him. Yeah, I know. And the Lizard doesn't know he's also Kirk Connors.
Well, that's going to be a hard discussion.
So, we have a few in-between scenes at the Bugle. Jameson's a jerk. Betty and Ned are discussing wedding plans, making Jameson be more of a jerk, and Foswell is still suspicious about Parker and his ability to get Spider-Man photos. Pete catches up with Flash and Harry. Harry is a lot more amicable these days, borderline a good friend, and Flash's jibes don't have the same venom to them. Moving on. After college, Spidey's out and searching for the Lizard. He visits the zoo. Turns out there's a live reptile display just finished. What a coinky-dink. And of course the Lizard's there because he paid for a VIP front row zoo membership to spring all his cousins from being locked up for petty crimes. Now, the question is, how can a one-armed Spider-Man defeat the Lizard when he couldn't do it with two arms? It's a moot point. It's not a question of how, or even if it's possible. Pete just simply can't walk away. He comes in strong on the offense from the start, but the reptile's hide is thick, like armor, and always it's that damn tail. They tussle. The Lizard throws Spidey like he's a dog chew toy and releases all the reptiles, which of course only include crocs and snakes, and we have several panels of Spidey fighting them. Like, I know it's being picky, but he could just choose to jump up on the train and avoid them. Who knows, maybe his legs hurt. Nope, after defeating the reptiles, he jumps on the train after the Lizard. The Lizard legit rips out a piece of metal sheeting from the train of the rooftop.
How strong is this guy?
I know, right? But he hurls it at Spider-Man, who dodges. The Lizard is angry now. He wants Spider-Man out of his life. But it's that whole thing of acting like a jerk so that the other person will break up with you. Spidey has an idea. He plays hard to get. The Lizard can't resist. He chases. Spidey sees a hatch and takes a gamble, climbing into the train car. They renew the tussle, and we know Spider-Man can't keep this up forever. But neither can the Lizard. Slowly, the reptile man's energy starts to sap. Why, you ask? Because Pete shows the refrigerated train cart, and as the Lizard drops to his knees, he says, Spider-Man, will you marry me?
What?
No, Pete explains about, reptiles, being cold-blooded, etc. Anyway, he's wrapped up in webbing and scooted off to the Kirk Connors lab and given the magic potion. The fam turn up and we get this panel. Now here's the thing, I didn't delete the words from this panel. It was actually intended like this, giving the reader an opportunity to complete the thank yous and goodbyes.
Oh, that's nice.
And also kinda lazy of the writers.
Yep.
But to end the issue, we get a scene we haven't seen for a while. Pete brooding over Spider-Man and how it affects his personal life. He can't date MJ, he can't date Gwen. Well, guess what, buddy? 95% of other guys couldn't either. They don't even have a cool secret identity to fall back on. 46. So there's Spidey, swinging around the city, one arm still in a sling. And hey ho hum, what's that? Everything's vibrating.
Oh, nice.
Not nice. Like a whole building is vibrating. He investigates and finds that the Michelin Man's skinny yellow brother all padded up trying to crack a safe.
I bet he's fun to hug.
Spidey goes in for a hug and gets blasted back. Turns out the button on the man's gloves activate his vibration blast.
Why did you say that part out loud?
You'll see. Anyway, this guy is like, suck it, Spider-Man, for I am the Shocker, master of vibrators. Master of vibrations.
That's better.
Spidey goes back in, but the Shocker has a vibration field around him, deflecting the blows. Shocker goes in for a double punch and knocks Spidey for 6. Later, back in his civvies, Pete is picked up by Harry in his convertible. He's got a proposition. Harry's dad bought him a unit downtown and he wants Pete to be his roommate. Pete's like, I can't. First I must defeat evil Overlord May before I can go to the next level. Let me get back to you.
Backstory flashback is back.
Herman Schultz, safecracker, gets caught, and like many in 616 prisons, he's allowed to somehow design and create his own tech. While in shop, he creates a vibration thingy that gets him out of prison and lays the foundation for high vibration gauntlets and suit.
You know, I feel like the prison system here creates as many bad guys as puts away. They shouldn't let them have anything more advanced than a stick.
Ha! Stick man. Back to Pete. Evil Overlord May is back from her trip. Long story short, May has decided to move in with Mrs. Watson and was actually more worried about Pete. Pete is like, hell yeah, I don't even need to defeat May. I'm going to the city. MJ turns up and I don't know what it is about these issues, but everyone is calling each other dad, and like no one actually even has a dad. Like, was that actually a thing in the 60s, anyone?
Not sure, Dad.
Don't even.
I evened.
MJ has some absolute fantastically cringe 60s line, but I think this is my fave. It's actually from the last issue, but when talking about Pete to her aunt, she says this: he's just a little bit square, but outside of that he really turns me on. Then I bet he'd be a real swinger if he'd let himself go.
She said that?
Yep.
To her aunt.
Uh-huh.
That's a strange relationship.
I don't think it may have meant what it meant back then, but let's get back to it. MJ and Pete go to the Silver Spoon. Harry's planning a party for Flash because he's been drafted in the Vietnam War. Very contentious at the time, and scary how they all just accept someone being drafted. Pete bails and is followed by Frederick Foswell, posing as not Wolverine Patch. Foswell catches Pete just after he's dressed in his Spidey duds, so he gets undressed and hangs the costume up with webs and pretends to have a conversation with himself to throw off Foswell. It's really a scene it would only work in a comic book. I mean, look at this. This is gonna pass no one's judgment. But Pete's next target is a shocker. The arm is still sore, but it's getting better and he's sick of the sling. He tracks the shocker down through the police. The shocker opens with a vibration blast. Spidey dodges, and when he gets in close, cops another double fister. He tries to pin the villain down, but the vibrations allow the shocker to throw him off. But Spidey has been noticing something. The shocker's gloves are operated by thumb button. So before he can fire his next vibration blast, Spidey webs his thumbs up and clocks him across the chin for good measure. Hello 911. I left a vibrator for your collection. It's legit. What do you mean you're not sending anyone around? Finally, Pete moves into his brand new unit, paid for by the one Mr. Norman Osborn, i.e. dude is paying zero rent in the middle of New York and has the nerve to mope about it. Sheesh. I like the Shocker in general. He's become a little bit of a joke these days, but he's got some original and unique powers, and I feel like some of the nuances have gone out of his power set. Like, for instance, there's a vibration field around him that acts as a shield, so he's technically more durable than we think he is. It's a unique power set which really should align itself with the unique uses and stories. I'd like to kind of see more takes on different tech type powers like this instead of, hey, it's just another battle suit a la Iron Man style kind of thing. But it is what it is. Catch you all next time. Hey, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this approach, please like and subscribe for more videos. And remember, if you're interested in reading the full story, the easiest way is to sign up to Marvel Unlimited at marvel.com/unlimited. I need to breathe.